I'm gonna make this as simple as possible. As simple as possible. Um, I'm actually quite scared to make a video like this. I've actually postponed me ever making a video like this for a very long time, ever since the beta ended. A week ago, I made this poll, and a lot of you guys not only want to know my thoughts and opinions about Wilds, the beta, but you guys also want episode 3 of the Extinction Challenge, which it is coming. It is coming. And for those who want Wild Hearts, I see you back there. I see you. You will get a video of Wild Hearts, trust and believe. I'm gonna put names out there. I got Reaver Jolt to buy it, so I would drag him to play with me. Sorry, Reaver, if you're watching this. But there are a couple of reasons why I postpone or not want or avoid making a video like this entirely, because apparently the community was divided into two sections. One that have its concerns but saying like, hey, this is a beta, we know that, but why is it performing the way it is? We are afraid. Oh, excuse me. We are afraid that it is going to perform this way within at launch, because look of the recommendation requirements. It's basically telling us that this game is not properly optimized even when it comes out. And there are the other half of people that say, hey, this is just a beta. Capcom is just testing things out, how things are going to be like. They're going to take this information and improve on it from there. And Capcom apparently made a statement saying that is not going to run the way it is once it gets launched. That it actually runs a whole lot better. The end product runs a whole lot better. So where does that leave me exactly? And to be 100% honest, I have no idea, and that sort of scares me, because I don't want to say the wrong things or miss the wrong points to where I get chewed out in the comment section. I already got experience with that many times with other topics, so I don't want to get chewed out again. But one of the key points that I did mention was the community. Everybody was divided. There's people who was like, hey, calm down, this is not what the game is going to be like, let's just wait. You got the other people that is like, no, this game is going to suck, because if the beta is performing this way, then what makes us think that the game is not going to perform the way it is as well when it launches? And there's other people that started gatekeeping, and other people start trashing others for even liking the beta. I have no idea why it created such a division from what I've seen, you know, from what I've seen. And so I was scared to even talk about the game, or scared to go into the community and talk about and express my thoughts and opinions, because I don't want someone trying to gatekeep me or say that, oh, what do you know? Like, do you even play Monster Hunter, bro? Because I am a small channel. No one sees me compared to other higher content creators that covers Monster Hunter. I'm like a speck. uh, but that's just that's just my thing. I haven't really experienced anyone try to trash talk me in the community, because I tend to keep to myself. I like to keep to myself, but when it's something that I'm very, very passionate about, I do tend to take a very long time to think on what should be said in a very, very proper way, because I don't want anyone to take what I said out of context. A lot of people do, to be honest. They hear one thing I said and they take it out of context without really hearing the rest. And that's something I really don't want to deal with. I've seen a lot of people try to have friendly debates about it, and it gets overshadowed by all of the people that are completely just gatekeeping everything and everyone. And I don't think that should be a good thing on its own. I feel like we should all be entitled to our opinions and have a nice, mature, friendly debate on what we believe in, not trying to sort of force our opinions into down someone's throat until they completely change their point of view to match theirs or to match ours. And that, no. And a community that does that, a good community that I want to stay in. I know there's a lot of people that would love to have a friendly debate, but from what I've seen, there's a lot of people that also does not care about all that. They want to shove opinions down your throat, and I do not want to be those type of people. That's why I'm in the middle. I mean, I love the beta. I tweaked it a little bit with the settings. I mean, man, did my stream crash when I turned on frame generations, and then moments later, the whole screen went black and white. You know what? It was something like this. Secondary. No, we're going hunting horn. We're going hunting. Oh. Dude, the whole game just went crazy. Whoa! Dude, oh my god, it just crashed on me. I think it just crashed. Hold on, I think it crashed. Oh, dude, it crashed. It crashed. Oh, dude. Yeah, it crashed. It completely just happy Halloween, everyone. Okay. It completely crashed. Well, it didn't really crash. It's mostly just a glitch. I've seen this happen on other people as well, so I'm not too worried about my own specs. But let's see if it does happen. Let's see what happens if we return to title screen. Alright, man. Alright, Frost. Oh, it's doing it here as well. But only a tiny bit. Okay. Yup. Game crash. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at the game crash. So yeah, that happened. But it didn't crash my computer. It just crashed the game. I mean, I went back on the game moments later and I was able to tweak it a little bit. And I was able to run the game beyond 60 frames per second at 1080p with good looking graphics without the help or without enabling frame generation. I mean, yeah, I enabled it before to see what happened and then the whole game crashed, and that basically tells me no, frame generation is not a good thing for me. I mean, it may work for a lot of people, but it didn't work for me. Frame generation sort of works if I'm right, then you can agree with this. But if I'm missing something, please don't take it out of context or call me dumb. I mean, hey, we all make mistakes. Just let me know in the comments down below. But frame generation works like this. If you play the game at 30 frames per second and you turn on frame generations, it sort of fills in the gap to make it push to be at 60 frames, but you're not really playing the game at 60 frames. It looks like it is, but you're really playing at 30. That's my basic understanding of it. I will leave a link to a channel or to a video that explains it way better than me, to this dude that was actually explaining it more technical than what I'm saying right now. But if that what it does, let me know if I'm right. If it doesn't, let me know if I'm wrong. Just don't chew me out. But another thing is the polygons. I mean, there's a lot of people that were showing the polygons, and me, I didn't think it was gonna affect my perspective of the game. In fact, actually enhance it, because I wanted to experience that so bad and have just a nice laugh. I wouldn't really say that experiencing that is what makes a bad game. I feel like experiencing that just makes the experience more unique for you, because that would be so funny that like, hey, I just fought a Radao and it came out all polygonish. You're like, no way, really? And you show them the clip, and it's just a funny thing to notice. It's not something too game breaking to where you're like, ugh, the game plays like that. No thank you. Because of course at the end of the day, it's just a beta. It's really just a beta. Think of it like a demo. But at the same time, betas nowadays are being normalized as demos now. But who knows? That's just my thoughts. That's just my opinion. I mean, overall, I truly enjoyed my experience with the game. The favorite weapon, I already know what weapon I'm going to main. The bow, of course, and the lance. Oh my god, the lance. I'm speechless on what they did with the lance. I mean, the bow is phenomenal. I could jump and shoot, okay? If you can jump and shoot, that's it. You're like an S tier weapon. That's it. You know, I don't see gun lance jumping shooting on its by its own. They need a ledge, I think. Don't quote me, please. Don't quote me on that. I did play with the hunting horn. I don't like how the hunting horn feels. That's most likely a skill issue with myself because I barely played it against Chupacabra. Didn't really like how it feels, and so that's when I went to the lance because I've been playing lance a lot on Rise and Sunbreak, and oh my god, this lance is phenomenal. This lance is awesome. The lance is good. The lance is good. Very agile, very aggressive, highly aggressive, and it definitely gives you those counters that you need. All those things that you could do with the lance and Sunbreak, you could just do that normally just with the combos and wilds, and I think that's crazy for them to do that, which I'm all for it. Which I am all for it. Those are the really thing. I didn't really use a lot of the weapons. Most of the weapons that I did use was like dual blades, the insect glaive. The insect glaive was really nice. Also, hunting horn, not really too much of a fan of. That's mostly on me. I'll have to take a look into the hunting horn. But the lance and bow are dead set, the two main weapons that I'm going to use. Of course, me being a bow main, I am going to use a bow regardless, but for me to be using a lance also, I mean, after learning how to use the lance in Rise and Sunbreak, it's like it's amazing. The lance is highly underrated compared to all of the other weapons there. It's completely underrated and should definitely deserve more praises or more of the spotlight in my opinion. A lot of people is like, oh, long sword, great sword, dual blades, heavy bow gun, but I have not seen, or even gun lance, but I have not seen anyone come up and be like, hey, the lance is pretty good. I haven't really seen a big content creator that's around my range that uses lance. I mean, we have I'm sorry if I put names out there, but we have Scory Skull that uses insect glaive. You have Giddy Farms Gaming, who I believe was like a dual blaze but using like switch axe. You have Hunter's Notes Zach, uses dual blades. Reaver Jolt, who uses charge blade and switch axe, and then you have me that uses bow so and lance. So there's a lot of people who use a lot of like very close combat, offensive, more DPS sort of weapons, but I don't know. I try to do this in one take. I try to actually have a script, but I felt like something like this does not deserve a script. I feel like I need to just speak on what I need to speak on instead of just trying to read off a script and memorize words from a script. Those are all like the key points. I know this is very, very much of just yapping away. I'll try to make it more organized, but who knows if I'm gonna do that, honestly, because like I said, I tried to avoid creating a video like this, but to summarize everything, I do have concerns for how Monster Hunter Wild is going to perform in the future. Yeah, I understand that it's a beta, and they're testing out things, but it doesn't really look good at the end of the day for Capcom, because a lot of people are concerned about optimization. I mean, I feel like anybody should be concerned about optimization, to be honest with you, with games that are coming out now, because there's a lot of companies that don't really complete their games, and so I don't want Capcom to fall under that category of companies that don't really finish their games and they just release it the way it is and just finish it through updates. I do not like that. I really, really do not like that. And I haven't seen Capcom do that with Monster Hunter, so it will be very disappointing if they did do this with Monster Hunter, which is basically their bread and butter. Besides Street Fighter, Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, things like that. I love the experience overall with the beta, with playing with my friends. At first I didn't like the performance, which I do lean more towards like it is, it's poorly optimized, like what's going on sort of deal. But other than that, that's really all my honest thoughts and opinions about the beta and the game overall. Don't know what we're going to get. We may get another beta. We may get another quote demo before the game is released, because I do know with Monster Hunter World there was like 2 betas before the game officially was released. So I do think they're gonna do this for Wilds, and I'm all for it. The performance may be better or it may be the same. We'll just have to wait and find out. But with that, I am out. I've been blabbering on for so long, and I don't want to keep blabbering you guys' ears. I know this is something that is like out of nowhere, unscripted. I just want to be more relatable. But yeah, hope you guys do not take this out of context. I do hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys on the next video, which is gonna be better. Alright, take care and peace, guys.